Moderation, the quality of doing something within reasonable limits. My personal definition is only eating enough food as your body needs without having any restrictions or limitations to what you can eat. When I was 440 pounds, I would say my diet was the reason for that. And once I conquered moderation, that helped with my diet so much. And so in today's video, I just wanted to break down some tips that I've discovered to help you with moderation and hopefully help you get to your goal weight. Let's get into it. The first thing you should know about moderation is to have self-control. Self-control is just when you eat that piece of cake to know I'm just going to eat this piece of cake and that's it. It's not eating one piece of cake, two pieces of cake, three pieces of cake. It's about having self-control, discipline, and how do you do that? You have to have willpower. And willpower is just to exert control in order to do something or restrain impulses. This was something that was extremely hard for me to do in the beginning because I just gave in to every impulse. I didn't have any self-control, no discipline, and no willpower. But just like building your arms or building your legs in the gym, once you work on it, it gets easier and easier and you get stronger and stronger, and pretty soon you're not even sweating that cake. Now, with moderation, you do have to do some introspective work and figure out your relationship with food. Because if you have certain foods that you label bad foods, like cake, when you finally do eat that piece of cake, you might feel some sense of shame and guilt, and it might spiral you into binge eating or even worse, purging and things like that. So once you conquer moderation, you feel like I have a better balance with food, because now when I'm eating this food, it's not shameful because I'm eating it in moderation. So I know I'm still going to reach my goal. So figuring out where you are at with your relationship with food is key, and don't be afraid to get some help. You guys know I had psychologists on the channel a few weeks ago, Cherish. If you didn't see that episode, check that out. And it's no shame in talking to someone about your relationship with food and figuring out how you can get over that hurdle, because once you figure out your relationship with food, it unlocks a whole new world for you. Now, I just want to touch on the positive and negative things about moderation, and I'll start off with the positives. The positives are, when I was 440 pounds, I loved eating McDonald's and cakes and candies and stuff. So I didn't want to just stop that cold turkey. So I got to eat some of my favorite foods, like candies, burgers, cakes, but I ate it in moderation. So it's not like I was going cold turkey and I was feeling like I was missing out on something. And moderation with food helped me with moderation in the other aspects of my life, such as TV and frivolous things like that. It made me feel like I was living my life more balanced instead of giving in to every impulse. It really did work for me. I would say 98% of my weight loss journey was just moderation. You know, you guys know I love the MyFitnessPal app, and that helps you greatly with moderation, which is actually another tip that I would say is, of course, download a calorie counting app. That way you can be in your calorie limit, and that doesn't care, that those apps don't care what you eat as long as you're eating it within your daily allotted calories. Now, the negatives to moderation are sometimes if you allow it, especially for me, it derailed my progress, because sometimes you are overindulging in these sugar foods, these carb foods. And the biggest thing is when you're eating, like, let's say a salad, that's a high volume, low caloric meal. So you can have 600 calories worth of a huge salad and feel like you are eating a Thanksgiving meal. Whereas you can use that same 600 calories and eat a burger and still feel hungry after, because it's so dense and it doesn't have high volume in your stomach. So that makes you eat more. Instead of eating that big salad of just 600 calories, you're now eating 2 to 3 hamburgers. So that is probably one of the biggest negatives to it. But I always balance with moderation of these things. So if I am eating Wendy's, I'm going to eat a burger. I'll do that. But then the next day, I'll make sure I eat more ground turkey, salads, lean chicken breast, broccoli, veggies. So that way I don't go into the third day only eating 2 days of fast food, and now I'm starving on Wednesday and I end up overeating. So it's about finding a balance to what works for you. And I just wanted to make this video just to present some options to dieting or eating right, because to tell someone for the next 2 years you are only allowed to eat chicken breast and broccoli, I just feel like that's not going to have longevity, because we're human. We're going to want some cakes, candies, things that I mentioned before. But whatever works for you and provides progress that's safe and healthy, go for it. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning into another video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and comment down below the tips that helped you with moderation that you felt like worked for you. And don't forget to follow me on social media at New Life Fit 101, and I will see you next week.